Excuse the look. I'm in the process of trying to fix my hair. Hopefully tomorrow it doesn't look like this, but my baby comes first, so I have to stop. This video is pretty much about traumatic experience from NICU and like having PTSD from it. And I'm in quite a few NICU support groups on Facebook, and I just saw someone mention something that hit close to home about, having dreams about the baby being back in NICU or something happening to the baby in NICU, and why, as a mother, you don't really want your baby to be away from you. I made a video about this the other day. It was similar. As to why it's very hard to be apart from my baby. However, I never posted it and probably won't post it. But I can say this much: it's difficult. My baby was in NICU for 88 days. I had her when I was 6.5 months pregnant. She was only 1.5 pounds at birth. And out of 88 days, I saw her 86 of those days. So I only missed 2 days. And that was because, I said it in a previous video, the first time I was healing from a C-section. And I was told to just, stay home and rest for a day because I live 45 minutes away from the hospital where my baby was admitted. And the second time, it was raining really hard, and I was still recuperating from a C-section, and I didn't trust myself to drive without hurting the incision. A lot of people won't get it unless you're a parent of a child that's been in the NICU, and especially being the child's mother, how traumatic of an experience it is, and how hard it is to leave your child. I don't like being separated from her. Eventually it'll get better, but right now, because she's still so small, and she's still developing, even though she's home, she's still developing. It's difficult. My pregnancy by far wasn't normal. I had a traumatic birth experience. There was emergency C-section. I was in a hospital in postpartum for over a month. It was the most difficult thing I have ever gone through in my life to be discharged from the hospital and leave my baby there. The afternoon that I left, 3 days after my emergency C-section, I bawled all the way home. I felt like a shell of myself. I felt like a part of my soul was missing. A piece of myself was missing. I bawled all night. And mind you that I'm coming down off of pregnancy hormones. But it was horrible. I just, felt like I wasn't whole anymore. And I had a lot of guilt. I was mad at myself, honestly, for not being able to carry my baby to term. I was fearful because she was so very small that something was going to happen to her, that she wasn't going to make it. It was so many different emotions, but a lot of people, they don't understand it. So yeah, I'm very overprotective, but it's so reassuring. It's so comforting to be in NICU support groups and see that I'm not the only mother who feels this way. I'm not the only mother who has to lay eyes on her baby to make sure she's okay. That's just how it is. Like I said, I was there 86 out of 88 days that she stayed in the NICU. And it was a traumatic experience, but honestly, I would do it all over to have my baby again. But I don't wish that experience on anybody. But I'm thankful to God for the nurses, the staff, the doctors, God giving them the knowledge that they needed to care for her. But I wouldn't wish that experience on anybody. To see your tiny baby, which should be still developing inside of your womb, in an incubator, hooked up to so many wires, on oxygen, so many beeping machines. And when the machine beeps and you see the heart rate drop, traumatic. It's scary. It's scary. I wouldn't wish it on anybody. So it's a lot that people, unfortunately, people don't understand unless they've been through it. How traumatic it is. I will never forget that experience and never want to go through it again. I do not plan on getting pregnant again. If I did, I would be a candidate for a transabdominal cerclage. I would have to have a surgery prior to getting pregnant. My new OB, she's great, wonderful, nothing like the horrible doctor I had before when I was pregnant with my baby. But she already, this new OB already recommended that I would have to fly out of state to get it done. Probably Chicago, someplace in Ohio or something like that. Yeah, because if I was to get pregnant again, unless God said so, I would probably end up in the hospital again and my baby be back in NICU, and I am not strong enough to go through that again. It's a terrifying experience. It's so much more beyond what I said in another video. I think it was my NICU journey video about watching other people take care of your baby. There's so much to it. It's just like, I remember going in there one day after I was allowed to do skin to skin with her. She used to fit in my bra, and she cannot fit in my bra anymore. But I remember going in there one day after the previous day we did skin to skin, and the nurse wouldn't let me do it. I think she said my baby had desatted, which is the oxygen dropping and stuff, like a few times the night before. And I stayed with my baby for a little while and looked at her while she was in the incubator, and put my gloves on and touched her, and told her I love her and all that stuff. And I have a little saying that I say to her every single day. I've been saying it since she was in the womb. But I left the hospital that day bawling. I cried all the way home because I couldn't hold my baby. She's mine, but I could not hold her. Somebody else told me I could not hold her. It's just things like that. It's a lot of more traumatic experiences, and I'm thankful to God that my daughter did not have any kind of medical issues whereas she needed surgery or anything like that. Thank God she didn't. So I know a lot of other parents, they go through that, and I couldn't imagine. But yeah, I know I look crazy with this. I'm doing my hair, I promise. I'm doing my hair, and I'm doing a video to show that I'm doing my hair. And if you stuck with me this long, I promise I'm not lying. I'm actually going to do my hair. This is the hair. But yeah, it's so many traumatic things about NICU. I wouldn't wish on anybody. But I'm thankful for NICU. because my baby is alive and well. But firstly, I have to say my baby is alive and well because of God. God, by God's grace and mercy. That's why she's here. That's why she's here. I don't know, I just felt the need to share that. Y'all have a great evening or a great morning if you happen to watch this in the morning time. Until next time.